Good morning YouTube, what's going on? This is an Eminence End and today we are going to try something different, and that is not a tutorial and not a time-lapse video, but instead of that we're just going to build a few things. And it's a little bit like a let's build or maybe a build log. I haven't really figured out a name yet, but there are some things that I have to do and that don't fit in a time-lapse video because they are kind of boring for a time-lapse video. And they are not easy to record, so I thought, well, maybe I could record it this way, so I just build it and talk a bit about it. And today's task is mainly going to be to fix the lumber mill from the last time-lapse video that I've done. Now the thing is that the video was already quite long and I was a bit in a hurry, so I've just left it like it is now, and there are some things that I don't like. And the main thing is that building on the other side of the river here. Now the thing is that I've done a mistake, and I knew that this was a rule that I shouldn't break, but I thought that I could break it and that it would be alright, but it didn't, and now there's this thing on the other side of the river that I don't like. So the problem here is that this is a 3-block gap between the pillars. This one are, I think, 7 blocks or so. So the roof should really be along this side here, like that. But instead I've built it like that because I was afraid that it would collide with this wheel here. And now it looks stupid. I mean, of course, the longer side has to be parallel to the roof. Otherwise your building looks really high and really small on the sides. That looks... I don't like it. I'll probably tear it down. I've tried to fix it by adding in another roof part on this side here, but that didn't help at all. I could just extend it, but I wanted to keep this as small as possible because it's not really a building. There's nothing on the inside. It's just there to hold up this wheel that is supposed to look quite heavy, so that then has to be the counterpart on the other side of the river that actually holds that up. And I'll tear it down now. Well, maybe I'll just copy it somewhere else. Maybe that would be the easiest thing. So the building is gone. It's moved over there in case I want to look up anything. Like for example, I do like this those stairs, those cobblestone stairs that surround the log here. But yeah, well, I thought I'd just keep it. And maybe I'll actually start by making this river look a bit thicker because it's quite small. So I've given this river a better shape now, I think. So it starts small and then it gets really slowly bigger here. And it gets even bigger over there. But I think we might run into a problem because when we are continue to make this river bigger, then we do get the problem over there with the wall, which is way too small. So those are only 3 blocks and we are already at 5 blocks over there, I think. So this could become a problem. Maybe I could split the river up into 2 parts, so that so that the half of the water goes over there and the other half, well, somewhere else. So I've planned to build something like a castle on this little hill here, and we don't really need water there. But I thought to build more industry-like buildings like blacksmiths and maybe more lumber mills that cut things and that need water power. But well, we could obviously split it over there. Maybe that would be the best idea, because otherwise, so the river flows like that, so it might make a turn over there, or it might make a turn over there. Since I don't want it to be over there, I might have to split it up there. Well, I've now planned where I'm going to let the river be, and I think it doesn't look too bad actually here on this side. So there's this part of the river and this one, and they are both kind of equally wide, and I think that would work. Maybe something here to stop the river here from going that way. The thing now is that I have to move the that thing here, which is a well, a water well, and it's pretty pointless having a well here if the river is going to be just 10 feet away. So I will have to move it. I shouldn't forget that because otherwise it looks quite stupid, but we will take care about that in another episode maybe. So the river is going to end here and then just run into the ocean. And this is where you can see how I build smaller rivers. They are actually too small to use World Edit, at least I'm too lazy to do that now. So I just make a really small line that marks where the river is going to be. So if I want to, so I just go around like that, press the left mouse button, and then I do my corners like that. And then I do have the shape that I maybe want, and then I see that this one is a bit sharp, so I kind of fix it by going somewhere else like that. Then I look from above again and see that this might work. And then I just extend it like I did over there. So pretty much the same thing, just next to the line we've just drawn. We're going to make everything a bit bigger, like that. Then we look from above, see that this one is too small here, so we remove a few more blocks and maybe keep this one there. We look from up here again, see that this one looks a bit weird still. That was too much. Maybe bring those back a little bit more. And then the river gets wider here, so actually we could go somewhat like this. And then I look again, and that's how I'm going to build this river now. And the river is done, and now I just need to copy the exit of the water, so that shouldn't be that much of a problem, but I don't remember how I've built it, and I do need to change that actually, because that looks a bit stupid with those iron bars there. Let's see, 101 is the ID, so I'm going to... I don't have anything installed to make that easier. I know that there are mods for Minecraft that you can cycle through the IDs of the blocks, but I don't have any installed, so I'll have to do it by hand, which looks like that. And now I just try out which one is going to be the right one. This one doesn't look very good. Is there another one? I really hope there is. Yeah, that one, but I think there was a better one. There it is. So yeah, that looks better. Now I do need the blocks. Let's see. I try to remember everything so that I don't have to come back, but I probably won't be able to do that. Let's see, there are stairs just above the iron bars, and then there are stairs above that. And those are there. I'll just try it. So this is also how I do my tutorials. I look at the things and rebuild them and try to remember how I've built them, and then I usually record the tutorial 1 or 2 times, depending how I got the things right or if I didn't. And let's see, so we don't need those blocks. Now there are the stairs at the end, then there are the iron bars at this level, I think. So there are cobblestone stairs, the half slab, there was one just above it, and I think the stairs were like that. And then those have to go. And this one as well. And that doesn't look too bad already. But I don't like this bit here. So this is a lot simpler, this design, but it doesn't look too bad actually. And this is the awkward part where I have to decide which one I prefer. I do like this gap over here, so I want to keep that. Nope, I don't want it like that. I'll just stick to the original design, I think. Like that. Yeah, and now I'll adjust the one over there as well. Okay, so I think the main problem here is that this one is on a different level than the one over there. I'll just keep the two designs. One like this and the other one a bit higher. That will be fine. So now I just have to build a way for the water to flow down to the ocean, and then we can finally start with fixing the lumber mill there, which was actually the thing that I wanted to do in this episode, and I haven't even really started with that. Oh god, I tried to create a little waterfall here, and It didn't work at all. I hate the water in Minecraft sometimes because it doesn't flow the way I want it to. Okay, I think I've got it this time now, and I've even created a little hole over there, which you can't see now anymore. Well, you can, a little bit. So I could build something secret there, but we'll see. I'll have to make it a bit deeper here, because the water would dig a hole into the ground by, well, falling onto the ground. So that here's a little pond or something like that. It looks a bit too flat here. I don't like that too much. Maybe we can remove a few blocks here. Yeah, well, I am obviously not very good at building waterfalls, but that will do, I think. Back to this thing here. So another thing that I don't really like is that it is built completely out of stone, but it is a super small building because it doesn't have any purpose other than holding up the wheel there. So while when there's a very small building, it would be people would have built it out of wood because it would be less expensive. Stone is quite expensive to build out of, but since it has to hold up the wheel, I want it to be quite a heavy building, so I think I'll stick with the stone idea. Maybe I could carve a hole from this side into it so that it would be something where we could store some things like wood or other things that you want to keep dry. So I think I'll just start with building this round shape here again. This is the part that has to be there, and maybe we can remove one bit here. Maybe we could remove even another part. I mean, you can't really look at the inside from here, so we could build it super small, which would look like that. That doesn't look very well. We could also make the pillar here, which would look fine actually, I think. Can we do that? Well, now it is a really high building, which is also not what we want. I think I will keep the original design, but make it one block smaller on each side. So I'll cover up everything here with stone and then see how it looks from the other side. So yeah, I think that is actually fine because you can't really see the stone back here. Unless you, well, stand in the water here, but I don't think that anybody will do that. So it looks okay. Now I do have a lot of space on the other side. How am I gonna do that? Okay, so I've tried to imagine how it would look with the roof on top of it. And I also don't like that it is so high. I mean, this side looks fine, but I want it to be smaller, so I do have a different idea. So I would put on the roof like that, with nothing spiky at the top. But the highest part is going to be here on this side, so that we could actually make this higher if we want to. But I think this will be fine. So let's see, let's actually grab some thatch so we can try that out. This is the highest part. Now we could move in steps of 2 blocks, or we could move in steps of 1 block. I think 2 blocks would be better. So this would be the new idea, and it still looks a bit weird, but I do have something in mind that just doesn't look right. So I'll try to get something for a pillar that is a bit thicker, like this thing here. So again, Conquest texture pack, really nice that you have those textures. I love the wooden textures. And we will place that here, maybe. And now we can take some fence and cover up this part here. And if we do the same thing on the other side, it looks still not 100% how I want it, but we could move this by 1 block. Maybe that would look better. Now the fence has to be there, and this gets extended. That might work. let's just try to build it like that, and then we'll see how it looks, and maybe we'll tear it down, maybe it will be fine. So I have put on the roof, and well, it looks not too bad, but it also doesn't look too good, so I might have to do this bit here different. So I want to keep this side here as open as possible, but still make something to. So I want to have a wall, but not a wall that you can. I want to have a wall, but a wall that you can see through, that has a big hole in here. So maybe this is the way to go. Alright, so this design is at least better than the last one, and maybe we can make it even better here if we take if we bring back the half slab here. Maybe that works. Oh, maybe it looks horrible. I don't know. Yeah, no, I think I've preferred it. Although it looks quite neat up here. Maybe if we do both. We are getting there. Maybe if I put on the roof first. Or if I actually finish the roof first. And how am I going to do that? So I've added in those parts here and actually turned the thatch a little bit so that it looks like this one over there. I think that is too much wood. Yeah, that is a bit too much. So I do have something. I've made this bit up here a bit thicker, and well, I've added this black line there, and now I think this actually doesn't look too bad. Now we could add in a floor. I don't know what block to use there for. Should we add in a floor? Or maybe we can use the block that I've used for the walkway here, and I don't know what block that was. It is bedrock, which looks a bit muddy in this texture pack. Maybe we could use podzol instead. But I think actually that looks better. Let's quickly try that out. So we want to replace bedrock with podzol. That means we need a brush. Cylinder should do with the podzol. And that was not recognized, so I need to use the ID, which is 3-2. And now I'll mask for the bedrock. And now I replace everything. It looks a bit too brown. I might have to add in a few grass blocks in here. But I think basically this could work. Whoops. So let me quickly replace everything here. Yeah, it is a bit too brown, so I might have to add in a few grass blocks there, but I'll do that later. That is even for this video too boring, I think. So let's replace everything with podzol, and then we can try to figure out what we're going to do with this space here. Actually, I'll leave some grass blocks in here. It's quite difficult sometimes getting things look random. Right, so we do have, let's see, there is the wheel already, so we don't have a lot of stuff we can do with the wall. Yeah, I'll just leave it like that. Actually, there's a block missing, which should be grass. No, that should be like that. So one last thing that I've seen on a picture, I think on YouTube, on Google, and that was oh right, there's another thing that I have to fix. So another thing I've seen was someone making cut log. So there's the log, and it gets cut in the lumber mill, obviously, and then wooden planks come out of it, just like in the crafting survival part of Minecraft. So they've added in blocks of 4 like that, and then wrapped around something to make it look like it was supposed to be ready for transport or so. Now the question is what color I'm going to use, and I think actually the birchwood is the best one, the best looking one. So I don't want to use the jungle wood because it's too dark. I would have used the oak wood, but they connect like that, which is actually quite nice, but not in this case. Oh, actually this could work. Which one does look better? I think this one. Yeah, that looks a lot more like cut wood. So we'll go with the oak wood. And I want to have a light wood, not the what is that actually? Is that spruce wood and jungle wood? They are too dark, so the fresh wood should look a lot lighter than the dark one on top of the roof that is what is the word for it? It's not spoiling, but the wood gets bad because of all the rain and the water. Anyway, so let's do that on this side because there are the logs. So here are the finished blocks out of wood. Now we do get a bit of a problem here because the river is so close to the lumber mill, to the exit of it, that maybe we have to change that in the future, but I'll just keep the idea around like that. So maybe we could build a little bridge here or something and then store the wood over there. But that is going to be a different episode, so just another thing that I like to try out is a longer pile of wood like that. Let's see how that looks. Maybe if we use the rails on top of that. Nope, no rails. Well, no, I'll keep the smaller bits for now. So, yeah, we should add in some more wood here. Just some bits, or maybe we could use those packages. Those, where are they? Did I use them already? I hope I did, because otherwise I will have to search them. Yes, there they are. So those, what are they called? Box. That was the word I was looking for. Well, at least I am prepared and have my mobile phone next to me with Google Translator. Box is the English word that I was looking for. Great. So this is the basic shape that you want to start off with when you build boxes randomly. So now I could remove one block and it would still look kind of even. Yeah, that will do. Right, so the last thing is something that I thought of when I was when I was doing the last video for the last episode of this, and I thought that I could make this thing here different with rails leading, which bring up the wood. So there are some rails on the floor, and whoops, and they move the log up to the blade to cut it like that. The thing is, those are half slabs there, so I will have to change the whole entrance, and that is going to take me quite a while. So I really hope that this is worth it, and this looks a bit weird from this perspective. Maybe we do need to add in more. Oh, there's one missing. Maybe that's the reason. I really think that here could be another bit of stone. So here you can see the basic idea. So there are the rails and the wood that is moved up to the blade there, and I think that maybe I could add in half slabs on those sides. Oh no, that looks weird. Maybe like that. So this part here is not looking very good. Yeah, I think that will do. So the wood, the log gets moved up here, and then I noticed that I've used the wrong type of wood, and I actually want to keep one bit that is being cut here. So I will also replace this thing here with the boxes that we've used over there. Okay, I think now that this looks a lot better, especially because I could place this block here as well that wasn't there before. Now it does actually look like this piece of log would be cut in half. Let's add in some freshly cut wood that is really bright color, like that. And it's going to be here on this side. Actually we use half slabs. Okay, so now maybe we can add in some wood here, like it fell down like that. There's the very long part, there's a shorter one that didn't do very well, and I've also added in some of the brighter wood here. And I think I'm also going to add it here. Do they look better than this one? Not really. Oh, actually they do. They do look a lot more like wood that was cut. Okay, so I've tried out a few different designs of those piles of wood, and I think this is actually my favorite one, because I think that I would stable wood like that. This one is okay too. It's a bit. Actually, maybe I should do it in that style as well. Yeah, so I don't like 100% the look of the rails in combination with the ladder, but yeah, it will be fine, I think. Now we can also remove this bit here, and we might be able to replace this with the exact same thing. So yeah, I think that will do the job. Maybe I've got another idea. Maybe I can add in things like that, so as if some wood would have fallen off here and lay around on the ground. Maybe we could do the same thing down here. Maybe that is better. Yeah, well, fine. So I think I've done everything that I wanted to do. Actually kind of wondering right now why this side looks different than the other one. So one last thing for this episode and then we are done, I guess. So I had to move the river by a little bit, and now it looks slightly weird, but I really didn't want this cobblestone wall to connect with the log there, with the wood there. But now I think that we are pretty much done with it so far. You can actually tell that this might be a place where wood is cut, because there's a lot of wood lying around everywhere. So I think I will also add in some wood over here and remove that part over there. But I'll do that off camera because that is really boring. And so tell me if you like this kind of different video. And other than that, I'd say thanks for watching and goodbye.